We had been talking about a lot of different churches. You know, I had like my list of like, here's all the places. The house wasn't on it because I'd never heard of it. And so he woke up that morning and was like, I'm going to the house. I'm like, what? But when he came home that day, and he was like, I found it. I found our church home. Like, I could feel his excitement. And it's like, I could feel, you know, the presence of God coming with him from church. And I was like, okay, I'll give this a try.
As soon as the doors opened and I was greeted, I instantly felt a lot of love. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was just like, love. The love of God is right here.
I started going to Mom Life. That started shortly after we started going to church at the house. And it was just an immediate connection, and just a few moms that were encouraging and uplifting, and their family.
When I first moved down here, Gary and I served as students, so that was like a first step for both of us. And then God was like, okay, we need to go a little bit younger. So Gary's in kids, and I'm with babies and tots. And I never thought in a million years I would be an admin for that scheduling people, which is a huge blessing because it helped me find my purpose of what I want to do. So
it's really cool to be a part of a church and part of an organization in general that just allows me a chance to meet people, to use what God has given me. That's given me a chance to succeed, a chance to graciously fail, and has given me opportunity to grow and continually learn what God is doing in my life, allowing God to do something in more ways than I would have initially expected.
Since I have been playing at the house for this year, I am in love with the way God is leading my son, because one of my biggest prayers as a parent, as a mother, as a single mother, is that the Lord help me to help my son develop in his spiritual life. And God always said, hey, I got this. And being here, I can really see that development and that blossoming for him, and that's a major blessing in my life.
For me, just having that understanding that I don't have to be perfect, I don't have it all together, and I don't have to never trip in order to be part of a church, and in order to be loved by God, I don't have to be perfect. And that's not something that I understood before.
I think since we kind of planted our roots here, with the house, for me, one of the biggest things was my oldest daughter. Seeing her turn her life around. She volunteers here. She helps out a lot. She even works here from time to time. But to see her stand up and give her testimony in front of the church was probably the best feeling that a dad can get.
Since I've been planted here at the house, I finally learned how to accept forgiveness for my past, the things that I thought I would I'd never get rid of. But I was forgiven. He set me free, and it was 100% worth it.
I know me, I was a loner before I came here. I did life by myself. But when I came here, I started letting people in. I started letting friends speak into my life. I started letting mentors speak into my life. And through that, God started to open doors. Stuff that I had problems with and stuff that I couldn't overcome. I started to overcome those things because I had people in my life to help me. I wasn't going through life by myself. So it's a beauty of doing life with the church. And it's an amazing experience.